welcome back to A Court of Crochet. My name is April and today we're bringing you my top 10 favorite patterns of 2025. These are all the patterns that I've made and have loved the most. Not necessarily the ones that have sold the most, but that I've made and loved. A lot of these are bigger patterns because I like doing bigger patterns, but not all of them. So let's get into my top 10 patterns right now. So number 10 is actually one that I recently made, and he's a holiday item, but I can't get over how cute he is. And that is this Grinch pattern. It's from the Etsy shop is Wow Crochet Toys, but it's actually from Magic Filament. That's where I saw this pattern. And this is the first time that I actually used wire inside his limbs, so he can be posed in nearly any direction you want. I do kind of sit him with his legs crossed, and I try to make sure so his hands like that. That's kind of how I had him at my Christmas. I only had one Christmas show market, so he didn't sell then, but he's so stinking cute. I do want to make some wire glass frames for him because he should have glasses, but I just didn't get the time to do that. But yeah, he is one of my favorites, and I definitely need to make more things with wires in them. Like, it was just so freaking fun to do. So fun. And he'll sit on his own. Anything that sits or stands on its own, I love. And so I am definitely going to be making more of this one. I don't know if I'm going to make a second Grinchy. Well, it's after Christmas now, but like next year, if I'm going to make a second Grinchy or not, maybe I'll make a different one. But I just love this little guy. He's going to be one of my decorations if he doesn't sell, for sure. Because he's perfect for like a bookshelf. Like, he'll just sit there, you know what I mean? Like, he's just so good to go on a bookshelf or a ledge or on a decoration of some kind. Or on a mantle. Oh my God, on a mantle, he would be so great for that. Anyways, he's really cool. I did his scarf out of acrylic. I think it just worked really well. And it's like worked in a round tube. So I think there's like 6 stitches and you just go around and color change. It worked great. It was so awesome. And when I showed this to people, people thought it was fantastic. They just saw other things on my table that they liked. So, you know, he's still available, but that's okay. I love him so much. He's so fantastic. Number 9 is one that I have sold a lot of, and it is the Tiny Dragon pattern from Blue Paw Print Crochet. I have sold many of these so far, probably, I don't know, I've only had like 4 markets, so I've sold probably like 10 or 11 of these, and so I need to make a ton more next year. It's just a little baby dragon, and they work up very, very quickly. I only use 2 colors with it. Some safety eyes. You definitely don't have to use safety eyes. You can embroider some eyes if you want to make them baby safe, but I don't know. I think they look adorably cute. The kids love them. They love them. I would really like to get more colored fur, which I think I will. I think Little Bunny would work great for this because I'm using Parfait Chunky for most of my makes. So if I had like Little Bunny fur yarn to go in here, I think they would make it even shine even more. But yeah, these are fantastic. I'm not always a fan of bobble legs, but it works in this case. And they don't, you know, they do actually stick out quite a bit. So, great market make. I sell them for $10. The problem that I have with a lot of little patterns is that I get bored with making them real quickly. But I haven't gotten bored with making this one. I can almost make it by heart. And it's just a silly little dragon. I love dragons so much. There's gonna be a few dragons on this list, but they're my favorite. Number 8 is the Nooks Hooks Bear, and now I have made probably 6 of these so far and sold 3. Well, I just made this one, so he hasn't even gone to market yet. So there's 2 left out of the 5 that I did, and now this is the 6th one. I love the Nooks Hooks patterns because there's so many different mods. However, the Hoodie Bear is probably one of my favorites. And she recently has a free mod to make the legs floppy on her Instagram. I love it even more. He is pretty little because I did him in Parfait Chunky, but this is the Frog Hood Bear. The best thing about this is that the hood does come off. The eye shaping and the face shaping of this is what makes the magic happen on this bear. And that's what kind of gives him his snout and his nose too. So you cannot, and I mean cannot, I mean you can, but I wouldn't. You cannot skip the face shaping on these bears. They're so easy to make as well and so snuggly and cute. This guy is a little bit smaller than I would like, so I think the only thing that can make me get the thicker plush yarn is the Nooks Hooks Bear. Primarily, I don't use that yarn because it hurts my wrists. But to make him even bigger and cuddlier, like, come on, I would do it, okay? In fact, I might just get these two colors and make more frog hoodies because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I definitely want to myself make, they have like a dinosaur pattern in this hoodie bear pattern. However, I want to make a dragon. I want to give him a tail and I want to give him horns and stuff. You know, maybe even a unicorn. Like the sky's the limit on this guy. I hope she comes out with more mods. Okay, number 7 is a big boy. It's a big boy. I've made 2 of these, so this is the second one I have, and I love him to death. He's Ghoul the Gargoyle. He's large and in charge. He's one of my staple items and probably the most expensive item that I have on my table. I have sold one of these, and so I made a second one because he's just so cute. So many of my friends have read The Night and the Moth, and in that book there is a gargoyle called Bartholomew, and so that's where I got the inspiration for this guy. He's my Bartholomew. He's made in Brunette Blanket, the mystical dark gray kind. I totally think you could do the lighter gray color too, or really any color, honestly. But he's a gargoyle. He has large and in charge wings. Like, they're bigger than my freaking head. I don't know what I dropped, but I dropped something. They're bigger than my head. I gave him, I don't remember what kind of eyes that I gave him in the other one, but in this one I give him a sad boy eye. So he's a little sad, lonely gargoyle. But he would be so cool, like at the top of my bookshelf or something like that. Like, I just need him in, like, on a cabinet or some kind of shelf high up, you know, just something high up that's decorative. He's definitely he sits very well. He has a very long tail as well. Sorry, it is getting dark in here. I'm trying to do this quickly, but he's so cute. I can't stand him. He's snuggly too, like surprisingly snuggly. I didn't think he would be so snuggly, but he absolutely is. And he's just one of my favorites. I just freaking love him so, so much. He brings me so much joy. Because he's black, I don't think he stands out enough on my table, but I might end up making like little mossy bits for him out of some little bunny and seeing if that can boost him a little bit, because he's just a happy little, well, he's not a happy little gargoyle. He's a sad boy little gargoyle, but he's adorable. I love him. He took hours to make, honestly. He took several hours to make. The way these feet are done with the toes, obsessed. Like, at the hands, obsessed. It's not easy. It's not easy to do these fingers, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. It comes out fantastic at the end. I definitely want to make more things from this creator too. I think she has like a plague doctor as well, and she has like this little bat pattern with has like a little frilly thing on its neck. The gothic vibes with this creator and me, we mesh well. We mesh well, and I'm obsessed with him. He's definitely one of my favorite large makes of the year. And then we have this guy. He's obviously not a plushie, but he's very curious to see what I have out here. He's trying to steal one of my toys. Number 6 is another one that I just found so much joy in because it was so weird and odd. It was the gentleman skeleton guy. This is from Kindmaker. He was just so weird and cute, and it was the one time I did felt pretty good. Like, I feel like I did the felt face pretty good. You probably could have got away with doing some kind of embroidered face, but I just think the felt face makes him. And then all of his little bones in his body and his freaking bow tie, and then he's got a top hat as well. I mean, come on. I made this at Halloween, but honestly, he's just so fun to have out all the time. I'm not going to put him away. I'm not going to put him away for Halloween. He needs to be out all the time on my table because he's just very, like, he's kind of like the things I like to make. There's multiple colors. It's a little bit intricate, a little bit different and weird to have on your table. He's definitely very fantasy, very paranormal in my mind. This pattern comes with his girlfriend in a coffin, by the way. I didn't make that. I kind of think about making the coffin, maybe just to like have something to display him in, but he's my little gentleman skeleton that I'm obsessed with. I've done other patterns from Kindmaker, and their patterns are done in a way that's just not typical for me. They definitely like to do the finish the round and then slip stitch and chain to start the next round. I don't do that. I just make continuous rounds and it still works out for me. You just have to make sure you're in the right spot on certain occasions. That's it. But otherwise, this is still really easy. I mean, the legs are sewn in and the arms, or I'm sorry, the legs are crocheted in, the arms are sewn on, the skull is sewn on, the bow tie is sewn on, the hat sewn on, but you know, whatever. I like sewing, so it doesn't make a difference to me. But he just turned out super cute. He's about the size of my head. For a little doll, I don't like to do people dolls, but to me, this is not a people. It's a skeleton, and he's a gentleman, okay? Lord Bones is his name. That's what I called him. And then we have one that I don't have because I've sold out of them, and that is the Just a Mom Crochet Demigorgon. I love this little Demigorgon pattern. He's not only cute and cuddly, and the kids love him, especially with the show out right now. He's just a fun thing to make, like his little flower head type of thing. How freaking fun is that to make? And he comes out palm sized. So I sell him for about, I think I sold my last two for like $15. And the same lady bought both of them. And I just thought it was a cute, cuddly little make. It doesn't take me much time at all. Even sewing on the legs, and all you do is sew on the legs and the head to the body. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. I bet you the tiny version is even quicker and probably would sell better to me, because you know how in markets people like to buy like your least expensive things the most, and then occasionally you'll sell the big things. The people in my market seem to really like the $10 to $20 range a lot, so this is just a great addition to have in that range for me. And I've made 4, sold all 4. Will I make more? I don't know. The show's ending, so we'll see. Maybe I'll make one more. But I don't have any markets anytime till March, so maybe not. I will if you ask for it. Another one I don't have because I sold out of all of them is my little monsters from Ollie's Crochet. I'll put my little mystery item thing that I made for these. This was a mystery box item for me for Halloween, and in September, no, in August. In August, I sold out of every single one of them. The kids went gaga over them. And then there was not a single dud in the bunch. Even the pumpkin one, it seems like the most plain of the bunch. The person that got them was like, they were ecstatic about it. So they all opened them up right in front of me. They were like, let's find out what I got. So anyways, I made 5 different ones. I even made one out of this pattern myself. Instead of the 3-eyed monster, I actually made a devil, and that one worked well as well. Super easy to just chain out a tail at the right spot and then make some horns. So I made that one as well. I definitely will be doing this with mystery boxes this next season as well. But I think I'm going to make probably 10 instead of 5 and see how that goes. And yeah, see if people still like them as much as I do. I think monsters need to make a comeback in a big way. Like a big way. It is getting so dark now. The only thing illuminating me is the purple screen on my TV. So I apologize for that, the lighting change. But you know what? It's kind of moody. It's kind of moody. I could do this and we could be telling scary stories now. Do you want to do that? No. I'm just going to go with this. Another one that I absolutely loved. It comes in at number 4 on my list. I don't have this one as well because I sold out of them as well. This is the Wizard Frog by Crochet by Yanina, and This comes in a pack of like 4 forest friends. So I made the fairy and the wizard frog. I've sold like 1 fairy out of like 4, but I've sold all 6 wizard frogs. I think I've made 6 of them. This pattern is so easy to make in an assembly line. You can batch make these so easily because you can make all the frog bodies at once. You make all the hats at once. You can make all of the robes at once. And it's so quick to make. So quick to make. They come out about yay size for me, and I sell them for $10. They absolutely warrant a higher price, but to me, the size that I make with the yarn I want to use, which is Perfect Chunky, comes out pretty small. And that's just what I think that I can sell them for. Not necessarily what they're worth, just what I can sell them for. This wizard frog, people are like, oh my God, is that a wizard? And they turn it around and they can't believe how detailed it is for something so small. I love making it as well. It's just a joy to make. Like it's such a good like hour-long project for me. So I definitely need to make more. I want to have them at my markets. I keep saying shows, but I definitely want to have them at my markets forever, like all the time. And I'm out, so I need to make more. I have 4 things left. So, okay, I'm sorry. It's not a top 10. It's like a top 13, maybe more. But one is one I recently made and I'm obsessed. I have been looking for a minotaur pattern for so long and I found one. I cannot remember the maker's name, so I'm going to put it at the bottom here. Like I have done this whole video, but I'm just reminding myself to make sure I do that. This is a minotaur pattern and he has his own little axe. He's got a little loincloth. Don't worry, there's nothing underneath here. So we don't need to be demonetized in any way, as if we already were. We're not. But I'm obsessed. This guy came together so quickly. Also, the first time that I used pipe cleaners, his little axe part here is the pipe cleaner. And I kind of was like debating on giving him angry eyes or not. I will probably on the next one, but I think he's gonna sell great at the next market. He was so cute and quick, and as soon as I made him, everyone that I showed him to was like, that's adorable. So I think he's gonna bring some joy to a lot of people, to be quite honest. He was so easy, so easy to make, so fun. I love the way the ears are folded. They're kind of like just like a baby adorable ear. I don't know. I kind of like the way the horns are. I love the way that this ring is just literally a piece of string. You don't even crochet it. It's literally just in there, and I tied it in a way that hopefully will never come out. But he's so cute. It's also one of the first things that put a smile on. I don't know why I have to make my things angry, but you know what? Whatever. He made the top 10 list so quickly. He was one of my favorites. Another pattern that I have made so many of these, and every single one has gone to a good home. This is my smallest one I've made, but it is Little Will from Loops and Knots Crochet. This one was made in Posh Pearl. Oh my God. Cat! Well, I got hugely distracted by the cats right now, but this is Lil Will by Loops and Knots Crochet. She recently put this out as a free pattern on her YouTube, so make sure you're following her. But I absolutely love this pattern, from the construction to how detailed you can get to it and how much you can customize it. In this one, I did regular eyes with it, and I think it even looks good with basic eyes. The tail is the most hardest part about this pattern, but once you have it down, it's really fun. It's really cute, and I love the fur down the spine. Okay, I turned on a light, but it's a terrible light, so sorry. But the second to last pattern that I have loved this year is the Luxie Monster pattern. This one is a cookie monster. I even made him a little cookie for his pocket. This one's like a bedtime moon monster that I had to give a little booty to. And then I made so many of these. There's a pink one with a little rainbow heart on it. I just couldn't stop making these at all. I made a punk rock one. And then also, where's my last one? Oh yeah, I made like a cottagecore one with some little leaves running around him, and then also some mushrooms on the top. He's just so adorable. I know it won't focus on him because he's dark and it's dark in here. Sorry, we're running out of light. But this Luxie Monster pattern is probably one of my favorites. I haven't sold any. But that's okay, it's fine. Because I understand, not a lot of people understand monsters. They're looking for some type of character that they connect with. They don't always connect with a monster. But you know what? They will find their person. They will find their person like me, okay? They will find their person. I imagine these as little cuddle bedtime monsters who help ward off bad dreams. Like, that's what I consider them. But you know, they could be your little shelf monster. They could be your little book monster. Whatever you want, okay? Whatever you want. They're just too freaking cute to me. I love the way that their eyes are. I love that they have blush and their eyebrows, their ears. I loved everything about this freaking pattern so freaking much that I made 5 of them. And you know what? I don't care if they sell or not. They're cute on my table, okay? I do wish they do stand up on them by themselves, but they could also use a little help because they'll fall over easily, okay? They'll fall over easily, but they do actually stand up by themselves, okay? I love how floppy their freaking arms are. I love floppy arms. Just everything about these, I'm obsessed with, okay? Everything. Everything I'm obsessed with. And that's why they're gonna be number 2. Whatever number I'm on, this is now number 2. And my top favorite pattern of 2025 is actually from KP Crochet Creations, and it's her standing dragon pattern. This one I made a little like feather tail, so she is kind of inspired by Andarna from Fourth Wing to me. This way, in this little standing dragon. I just made another one, and I want to make at least one more. I have sold one of these to someone, and they loved it. So I just think she's the cutest little dragon to ever be. I put the heads on like sideways because I imagine these are going to be on a shelf, on a bed, something like that. But you do not have to put their head sideways. In fact, I think the other one I have it a little bit more forward, but I put it on sideways. But I don't care, she's so cute. And the way I do her eyes, I do give her eyelids with eyelashes and the little whites on the side. I always make sure to do hand-painted glittery safety eyes. This one I did a little detail on the wings. This is not how the wings are typically made, but I just thought it would be kind of cute to outline the ridges of the wings in a different color. And I think it worked pretty well for this dragon specifically. I think this would be really cute to make this spine detail in a fluffy yarn that is multicolored of some kind. Yeah, everything about this dragon I freaking love. I love the T-Rex pattern as well. And this is like a dragon and a dino pattern. I made a dino with this, like she has in the mods. I've made a Littlefoot. Listen, people wanted those immediately. So I have some dragons left. I plan on making a lot of dragons in 2026 because my whole goal is to be at a bookish convention selling my plushies in 2027. So we'll see if that happens. I'm not sure. It'd be a big trip, like I'd have to travel for it, but it's something that I want to do, and it's kind of a goal of mine. But these dragons, I would be taking 1 million of them. So there you go. I'm so sorry I lost all my lighting very, very quickly in this video, but those are my top 10 patterns. Let me know what pattern you have absolutely loved to make this year. Not necessarily the one that has sold the most, but the one that has brought you the most joy, and put that in my comments below. Also, I've gotten a lot of followers recently, and I want to say welcome to everyone, and thank you for being here, and thank you for making my 2025 very special. I have really enjoyed making videos for my crochet channel. If you haven't followed my bookish channel, if you're a reader, you should go over there and follow me there as well. But you'll be seeing a lot more fantasy patterns from me next year because that is what I am kind of loving to make. I want to make a troll of some kind. I want to make a phoenix. I want to make so many creatures that I don't have yet. and including more that I already do have. So thank you for joining me. Hope you join me in the new year as well. Have a wonderful new year. Have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go find some light now so that way I don't fall asleep. Bye.